Super Grand Patzer 69 is challenging me to a game here. He's one of the viewers of the channel. Here, we got a game. And he's got the white pieces. So let's see. Oh, let's turn on the chat. And see what he comes up with here. There we go. He's got a good luck. And he plays D4. So, well, let's just go with D5. He's only played a few games on this, so I don't know how accurate the rating is. We will see. My rating has fallen down. Actually, I was in the 1800s for a while, so. He's allowing me to play the Winawer gambit. Okay, why not? I was going to play solid, but he tempted me to play the Winawer gambit, so I couldn't resist. Okay, so he's pausing to think this one over. You can take. I think probably best is just to take, and then I can usually get the pawn back with the queen. Push the pawn to chase the knight away, and then the queen check and come over and pick up the pawn. That's the way the gambit usually goes. You can take here first. I don't know if this helps much, but it doesn't hurt either, so that's generally okay. You can also decline it with something like E3, but then you get a kind of French defense reversed, and black gets a lot of space. Yeah, so taking is normal. I would push and check and pick up the pawn. E3 is possible. Are there other moves to consider? He could check. I think I've seen that before. But I just block with a knight. I think I'm okay. So he defends. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Should be a little bit of a little more space for black, but white has the lead in development. It's not a huge lead, though. He's got one piece out, and I don't have any. Maybe there's a way for white to improve here. But let's start getting my pieces out. Or maybe white makes progress by undermining the center. He's just going after the pawn. That's true. That's true. I did not make a move to defend that pawn. So now I could defend with the knight. Yeah, that seems like a natural move. Let's just bring the knight out and defend. Could also defend with the bishop or the other knight or no, the queen's already defending. Queen coming out doesn't help. Well, maybe it does. Queen comes out, pins the knight. So his queen comes out looking at my pawn. Oh, this is interesting. So he's putting pressure on this pawn, and he's putting pressure on the B pawn. So now if I want to hold on to it, I do have to play this funny move, knight to E7. Let's see, if I give up that pawn, what's the consequence here? What would I play instead? Well, I could bring the bishop out, and then he could take on B7. I guess I should calculate that. Or he could take there, but that would leave me with a well-supported pawn in the center. Then take. Okay, and my rook, my knight is hanging after that. Let's see. Or if I play b3, then this is hanging. Knight takes, knight takes, knight takes. He probably just comes in with the knight. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's see, a knight here, does it move with check? Yeah, it moves with check here and here. I was going to say maybe I could just pin it. But it looks like, well, if he takes with the knight, and I take, and then he takes with the knight, then I can pin it. But takes the knight, I take, and then he takes with the queen, then I don't have anything there. Probably just bishop to b7 defending my knight, and then he can trade queens or grab another pawn. Oh, he's going after my knight. That's interesting. So that's is that a problem? Well, it's hanging. It is hanging. So let's defend the knight. Yeah, so maybe pushing was a little too ambitious for me. That e5 to e4 push. Yeah, so now he grabs the pawn. And I don't actually want to take that because then my e-pawn is weak too. I want to develop this bishop and castle, I think. So I could develop here, but then he takes the knight, and then that's, yeah, no, I can't develop there. Can I develop to d6? His knight can go here with check, I take. Yeah, I've still got a problem with the I have a problem with the e-pawn. Knight takes, check, queen takes, knight takes here. Okay, so I have totally messed up this opening, looks like. Yeah, that's not too hard to see. Okay. Now, is there anything here? I'm 2 pawns down, my queen is hanging, my bishop is hanging. It's not looking good. I can counterattack his queen, but my queen goes with check. So that's not good. So I think I have to defend my bishop. Well, I'll have to look up that line afterwards and see what I should have done. So that's all good play from white there. So is there anything else I'm losing? Or have we, yeah, he castles. He's going to consolidate. I'm going to castle too. I think that's a fine idea at this point. Let's see, rook to the c-file. Let's see, there's always knight to a5 hitting the queen. The queen would have to move somewhere to defend the bishop. Or he could take the knight. Knight takes here, also attacks the queen. Queen moves, but he just takes the knight, and that's a problem. Because his bishop is not really hanging. Okay, let's defend the knight. I was wondering if I could push that pawn and chase the bishop away, but that doesn't seem to be working. Did not seem to work. So do I have anything going for me here? Not much. Let's see. He's piling up on that. On the knight. So I can't move the knight to attack his queen anymore. He can bring his bishop out to attack my queen. Can I do something over here? Okay, my knight's still defended at this point, so bishop takes. Bishop takes, hits his queen, and then hits the g2 square. And then he piles up there. So I can play bishop here, right? He has to play something. So let's think about this. Bishop h3. Pawn comes forward. And then I can move my knight. Knight here, here. want to poke at those light squares, so I need to get to here somehow. So here, 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 maybe. But I can't go there because that will lose my rook. So bishop here, pawn here, knight here, or there, somewhere. Here, here. Yeah, I can't get my knight into the battle the way I want to. But anyway, seems like I should start with this because I need to kind of unpin. So that allows me to unpin there. And then I can get my knight away. Knight there, the bishop will just take it. And I'm losing more pawns over here on the queen side. This is kind of sad. But he's evacuated his king side here, so maybe I can get a little bit of mileage. Let's see. So I'm expecting pawn to g3. What is that? Oh, it defends. Ah, it defends. And then he can take with the queen. Ah, yeah, that's not bad. So yeah, he has to take with the queen because he needs to keep an eye on this square. And then I take... Did I lose a rook on this somehow? Yeah, I guess I lost a rook. Wow. Well, that was quick. Let's see. I have to drop back. Yeah, he's a whole rook up here. So I'm going to resign. Anyway, it was a fun game. So I will upload this and do a post-mortem and see you guys later.